though, let's talk about Max Verstappen. We've mentioned his incident with Oscar Piastri off the line. I mean, Ruby, what's your take on this one? Because, you got a 10-second penalty for it. But I think no matter where you stand on, whether you should go for a gap if it's there, whether you should think that, oh, maybe Piastri should have given him more room, been more circumspect about it. I think ultimately it just feels a bit unnecessary. Like Verstappen was just, racing for pride at this point. Did he really need to go absolutely sending it down the inside into turn one?
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of alluded to this earlier when I was talking about McLaren's start with Oscar Piastri, but it's Max Verstappen was starting this race in what was it, P4, I think. And like I say, his championship was already sealed. Red Bull weren't going to move in terms of positions either, regardless of how anybody around them did. So, there is obviously that champion's instinct of I need to win this. I need to win it. Max Verstappen wants to win every single thing he's ever entered. It's why he sounds so frustrated on the radio that the car that the team delivered at the start is not the car that they've had towards the end of the season. As you said as well, maybe Oscar Piastri could have left a little bit more room on the inside, but at the same time, it's his corner. And it's always going to tighten up that angle. And Max knows this, particularly from where he's put the car. And there's some conspiracy theories that maybe, Oscar Piastri was planning to take out Verstappen to, make it easier for McLaren throughout the entire race. But I think that's a load of nonsense because you're not going to try and take out cars deliberately, at least not if you're an honest racing driver, which Oscar Piastri seems to be on the side of. But yeah, that first corner move just unnecessary. It's hard Red Bull's race ultimately. You could say it's potentially even led to the sort of tightening up towards the back end where Perez has ultimately ended up being taken out, in another collision going on, which in fairness, should Sergio Perez have been in that position in the first place? Probably not. But yeah, just a weekend to forget about very quickly for Max Verstappen. And, I guess from that perspective, a fairly decent recovery to finish ultimately in P6. But it could have been a lot more if you don't win the race in the first corner.
But you can certainly lose it. And in that moment, he definitely lost it right there. Yeah, sixth place, a decent recovery for him in the end. And like you said, Sergio Perez, just Perez. You just think it can't get any worse, but then it does. I mean, yeah, he got in the top 10 for a change during qualifying, but he was out qualified by Valtteri Bottas as Sauber, so he wasn't exactly quick.